It's operated by Central. They've been using drones like that for auto or telepresence surgery since I was a kid. Looks like it's finished with the autopsy. They've holomapped his bone structure. Years of gene tampering left this kid's bones weakened. It's a volumetric hologram. Even I know I can't actually grab it. It's already been compiled for. Apparently, the high quantities of explosives in his bones was giving him joint. Poor kid must have been a... A big old jolt's not gonna make it. They've been using drones. Looks like it. It's operated by Central. Knowing Lau, I can't be certain. Better not touch it. Knowing Lau, I can't be certain that her interest in that thing is purely academic. Better not touch it. Lau's... Huh. I guess I should have turned these over to the evidence locker. I can't figure that out. The human femur from the engineered suicide bomber's remains. Because of his parental genetic tampering, it's packed with explosive nitrate compounds. It's been a long night. I don't feel... Trying to tidy lap. That's what she said. I can't figure that out. I can't cut that.
Got it.
It'd be an understatement to say it's been a bad day.
No kidding. I sure wouldn't want to be you.
Yeah, I've got a few problems, but I'm not going to let them threaten what I care about any longer.
You say that, but I think you're yellow.
Hey, I've got a plan.
If you're so decisive, why haven't you unfrozen any of those embryos?
It's been 20 years, Regis.
You know who it is, Dr. Regis. There's only one person it could be, isn't there?
You think it's Baxter?
Well, you certainly do.
Good evening, Dr. Regis.
Where are they, you son of a bitch?
I saw your handiwork and was most impressed.
So you'll give them back?
I'm sending you an address. You'll find your reward there.
Wait. Baxter. How is this possible? Traveler, begin recording. Lau, if you're listening to this, well, it means they've caught me. It wouldn't be right if I couldn't explain things to you, though. I've been blackmailed, with the lives of my kids. I traced the calls the blackmailer made. There's only one man who would have done this. And yet, thanks to the neural governor, he's also the only one who never could have. I've got to see that justice is done. Good luck, Max. It's empty. Out of charge.
Hey, Charlie.
That's Dr. Regis, Corpseman.
Oh, sorry, Dr. Regis. Sir, I need your help, Doctor. Rescue brought someone in, but I'm not qualified to take the statement.
I'm very busy, Corpseman. Can't you find Santiago or Lau?
No, sir. They're still in the AR lab, trying to fight off the heuristic attack. It'll only take a second, sir.
Fine.
Oh, thank you, sir. I've been panicking all evening about it. She's in the waiting room at the end here. She's just in there.
He's always smiling. It annoys me because it means he's obviously not paying attention.
Oh, hey, some service. These flexes are broken. I can't input anything.
That's because they're not flex screens. They're sheets of paper.
Paper? What is this, the Dark Ages?
I'm Dr. Regis. I'm a cell agent. I've been sent to give you the standard debrief after being involved in something like this. It's our role to do all we can to keep you safe.
Yeah, great job with that so far.
Where do you live?
The trance.
And where is your physical address?
Well, it was 13E8682 Zeus Street.
Excuse me?
13E8682 Zeus Street?
Why are you here at Cell?
They didn't tell you? Someone cut my network and locked my apartment. I just about managed to crack the door when the whole damn place exploded.
Exploded?
Sure, I didn't like the place, but I didn't do it. Hey, is there a net connection here? I haven't been able to hook up for hours.
Excuse me.
So, can I go?
Corpseman, the girl in there's life may be at risk. Do not let her leave without authorization from myself or Dr. Lau.
Can do, Dr. Regis.
Empty apartment, my ass. That girl was locked in there. That asshole knew what would happen when He wanted her killed. I know what he has against me, but why her as well?
Why is this taking so long? Can I get back in the trance yet? It's the same kind of thing they'd issue in the Skanto apartments. It's different from mine, a whole lot older. There's a message on the panel. Insert coin, whatever that means.
Hi there. How can I help?
Can I speak to you?
Sure. Just a second.
So, Agent,
Just Corpseman, actually. Quince. What's your name?
Sesame, Latha.
Nice to meet you, Miss Sesame. Pardon my asking, but you were raised by the city, weren't you?
You read that on my file?
Nah, I was too.
No way.
Yeah, we're practically family.
I've been in here for hours. The guy in the bed isn't much company. What is there to do?
There's the terminal. You could check the news.
Ugh, I can't stand this much of the real world. It's so slow.
I'm sorry. People don't usually spend so long in here. It's just taking a bit longer than usual.
I'm starving. It's been days since the last time I ate.
And was that because you were deep in the trance?
That's not the point. I couldn't get the food machine in here to work.
Oh yeah, they take tokens. Here, have a few. You'll be able to get yourself something.
Is it any good?
What kind of machine do you have at home?
The kind that came in Skanto apartments.
Ooh, ouch. Yeah, kind of about that.
Who was that guy who came in?
Oh, Charlie? He's one of the most experienced agents in Cell. A lot of people have trouble getting on with him, but he's just businesslike.
It sounded like he was panicking about something.
I've never thought of him as someone who gets worried. Grumpy a whole lot of the time, sure.
I need to get back in the trance. How can I make a connection?
Sorry, we don't allow trans connections from inside cell.
What? That's inhuman! I have rights, you know!
Not to an internet connection, you don't.
Come on, I could just hook something up through that terminal.
I'm sorry, but it's for security.
Why are you keeping me in this cell? I haven't done anything!
Oh, this isn't a cell. The cells are only 2 cubic meters.
That's not the point! I didn't break the law!
It's for your own safety. Charlie's asked to make sure you stay here until he gets back.
I don't feel very safe. My apartment exploded.
Oh, ouch. Was it a nice place?
Well, no, but that isn't the point.
Accidents like that happen sometimes. At least Cell were able to get you out.
I'm not sure it was an accident. My connection was cut and my doors were locked before it happened.
Who'd want to hurt you, though?
That's just it. I don't know who. I mean, I've pissed people off in net matches sometimes, but this? So, how'd you know I was raised by the city?
It was a guess, but your name was a clue. You ever notice how they always assign kids names from nature? Quince, Sesame. We even had a pomegranate in my center.
Huh. I suppose that's true. Never met any with any cool names, though. No tigers or anything.
Yeah, I don't think they do the extinct ones, though.
So, how'd you end up working for Cell?
I'm not sure, really. Kinda drifted in. Most of the kids from my center ended up here. Monroe Center, down by the coast, that is. Where'd you grow up?
Taylor, near the lake. Most of us just ended up on Skanto, unemployed.
I'm sorry to hear that. Personally, I think us city kids should stick together. There are so many of us, we'd be a force to be reckoned with.
So, what's your first name, Mr. Corpseman Quince?
It's Amadi, an Angolan name. Apparently that's where my family came from, but I've been here as long as I can remember. The first names are always from kids' cultural backgrounds. What about Latha? Is that, Indian?
Dunno. Probably. I came with a refugee shipment from the war. You ever feel like exploring your roots?
Not really. I grew up here. Newton is my home.
Yeah, there isn't really much for me in the old country either. Except thousands of kilometers of radioactive hot zone. Thanks for that.
Anytime. Just call if you need anything.
Hello? Huh. Guess he doesn't feel like talking. You want this? Huh. Guess he doesn't feel like talking. My wetware's dried up. All I've got left is the crusty layer stuck to my hands. Everything I can scrape off my hands is in the cup. What, drink straight from it? It's a filled-up plastic cup. What's left of my wetware is floating in it. I've put some of it in the cup. Ugh, how much of this slop do I want in my pockets? I can't get the screws out with my bare hands. My nails aren't strong enough for that.
Hey!
What?
Would you mind not doing that?
Doing what? I wasn't doing anything.
I can see you, you know. The camera's there for your own safety.
Fine. I'd better find a way to fix that.
What did you do? I've lost the feed from the camera. Oh, jeez, Charlie's gonna kill me. Why did you do that?
I like my privacy.
Just don't do anything stupid, okay? Please?
There, the table has been... The lighting fixture's broken. Maybe someone went nuts in here and took it out on the light. They must have huge vents in this building. It's broken, but I can't pull it off by hand. Ouch! A rubbery plastic sheet? Why would he have needed... Oh, ew! I've given it a handle made of that plastic rubbery sheet. I can't use it like that. This kind of sums up my feelings about paperwork. I guess that's sorta safer. Let's see if this works. Easy. Nothing stands between me and my trance. Got it. I can feel the net on the other side.
Ahlan wa salam.
Hi? I'm looking for the internet. Are you tapping the line as well?
Indeed I am, except we appear to be doing it from opposite directions.
You're a hacker.
That sounds so crude.
The sort who prefers to be called an adventurer?
I'm merely a concerned citizen. You can call me Jinsel.
I'm Mandela. This looks a lot like the kind of place I used to live.
It ought to. It was right above your own. In fact, we're trying to reconstruct the data from moments before the blast.
You know where I live?
We wouldn't be taking our responsibilities seriously if we didn't. We also know that it appears you've been targeted deliberately. These are shots we've been able to recover of the man who planted the bomb.
That's the guy I spoke to.
You know him?
Yeah, he's the Sun Agent who interviewed me. He left like an hour ago. Why do you think it was me they were aiming for?
We hear things. We're also aware that prior to the blast, you were trapped.
Yeah, someone cut my connection and locked the door.
It would appear that you were being kept in place until the bomb was planted.
They probably could have just done it. I'd have been in trance for hours.
They had to be certain. But now that you've escaped, it appears that your life is still at risk.
Why would a cell agent be trying to kill me?
Often, Central's plots are unclear. This, however, is too direct and destructive for how Cell works.
You think it's personal, then?
In any case, he knows where you are and that you survived.
He's also got me trapped in one place again.
Then it's imperative that we help you to escape. Our agent may be able to help you with that. He is close at hand.
Wait, the guy in the cell with me? Blonde pseudo-leather jacket, got the shakes?
That would be Guy, yes. He's acting as one of our relays within Cell.
You think he can help me get out?
We work within our own specialties, and his is Cell. If anyone were able to furnish a means for you to escape, it would be him.
Looks like a partially built sim.
Indeed, we're using a number of different sources to reconstruct a scene. Cameras, chromatographs, even the charge variances and wiring.
So why are you hooked up to Cell? No offense, but you'd have to be crazy to hack Central.
Fortunately, Central is indisposed. An initial attack appears to have crippled it.
Ah, so lots of opportunists are trying their luck while the security's weak.
Precisely. I was assembling this sim at the same time, when you joined it through an outbound port.
Who do you run with? Collective? A nun?
We're a circle of truth seekers and underground journalists. We go by Jahilia.
Never heard of it. What's it mean?
Well, who controls the media today?
Chishiki? They're the biggest.
Exactly. Chishiki, whose name means knowledge. Except in this knowledge, there's nothing but trivia and lies. So where will people find the truth?
Ignorance?
Precisely.
So, are you guys an anti-tech outfit? Loonbreakers?
No, it's just an ironic name.
I'd better disconnect and see if your guy can help me get out.
Bit Tawfiq, I've sent you the location to find us at. I'll be here should you require any further assistance in your escape.
No doubt about it. This is the one who spoke to me. No doubt about it. No doubt. I've got a question.
Yes?
You're occupying this terminal's internet port. Mind if I connect to the trans through you?
I'm sorry, that's not possible.
Oh, come on, man. I'll only be a few Gbps. I haven't been on in, like, hours.
I can assure you, the trance won't be going anywhere without you.
Come on, I need to get back in there.
I'm sorry, I have to keep this port open for our data miners. Plus, it may not be safe for you.
They've already got me in here. What's the worst that could happen?
Think it through. If whoever has been targeting you notices you've come back online...
They'd realize I was still alive.
And exactly where you are. I'm sorry, but until we find out exactly who they are and what they want, you're going to have to remain out of the trance.
What's Guy's job then?
He's a good friend of our cause, works as a relay. We keep a connection open to him, and he finds a way to get as physically close as possible to secure systems.
He looks like he could do with your help.
His link was lost several hours ago.
The Trojan psychophage he's infected with.
He has used some risky tactics for getting inside Cell before. While successful, it appears that his work may have overcome him.
What's your beef with Cell anyway? It must be something pretty big to go after one of the most secure systems in the world.
In an organization like ours, the word secure raises red flags. The mere fact that Cell is so opaque tells us they've something they feel worth hiding.
I've never had any problems with them. They seem to do all right running the city.
As long as you remain within your ever-flexible world of the trance, certainly. You may, however, miss that which happens in the tangle of the real that Central controls. And today there was an opportunity we just couldn't pass up.
Something's wrong with Central. Did you do it?
Not us. We've never seen anyone quite so devastatingly successful. A multi-vector heuristic denial of service attack against Central's inner systems.
But for that, you'd need thousands.
Hundreds of thousands of systems, well-prepared, working in synchronicity. Or access to its innermost workings. It's almost too good to be true, all of Central down at a moment's notice.
How's the city still running?
They'll have auxiliary mechanisms in place. Newton's autonomic nervous system to Central's higher brain functions.
But with Central suddenly down, Cell's security system was weaker than ever.
Precisely. An opportunity that Jahilia couldn't pass up.
I read Shishiki sometimes. What's wrong with them?
That depends. If you want the banal and the trivial, they're absolutely fine. By having a stranglehold on the world's media industry, they are capable of controlling what the majority of the population are aware of.
Are they lying to us?
No, merely deceiving.
Huh?
What they want people to know, they'll report wholly, truthfully, and factually. This is how they've established their credibility. If they or their allies wish something to be suppressed, they have thousands of hackers on staff to destroy systems that pose a threat.
You're kidding.
Not at all. They lead the world in private sector espionage through a number of subsidiaries. As far as Jahilia are concerned, the things most worth knowing are those that others wish hidden. That is why we work against Chishiki, to ensure that the world knows the whole truth.
This apartment looks almost exactly like mine. Well, except for all the data artifacts. And it's cleaner.
Not surprising, since it was right above yours.
Are you sure that agent wasn't targeting this apartment?
Unlikely. The occupant was away long term. Together with trapping you within your apartment and outside of the trance.
Yeah, I thought so. Just hoped it might be someone else they were after. Then I could get back to my trance. Guy's going to help me get out, but what then? I can't exactly go home anymore.
We have much to discuss, and that would be better done on a secure site. There are a number of terminal nodes we use as drop points. One of those will suffice. But remember, do not access the trance on the net until we confirm it's safe.
Any idea why they're after me?
Have you been hacking anyone you shouldn't have?
Nobody who tried to kill me anyway. Could it be related to Cell? It was an agent who planted the bomb.
Not directly. If it was, they'd have finished you rather than keeping you prisoner. I have some theories as to what's going on, but we'll know more for certain later.
Once you've had a chance to pull data out from Central while it's down.
Exactly.
Thanks.
Off one.
Hello? Huh. Guess he doesn't feel like talking. Got it. I've made a connection with his neural hub.
Great works await you in the Greater Han Republic.
Hi there.
Oh, hey. Make yourself at home. Everyone else seems to in here.
I'm Mandela.
Guy, I'd shake your hand, but, well...
You alright?
Oh yeah, just peachy. Well, I would be if that imposter would go away.
I am not an imposter. I am the real.
Whose name?
How'd you wind up like this?
Well, you know that urban myth about the human resources Trojan?
The one that makes you move to China and join a factory collective?
Turns out, it's not a myth. If I'm correct, Cell have brought me in for treatment.
That's a good thing, right?
Well, duh. I don't want to work in a Han factory.
All glory to the Greater Han Republic.
Shut up!
Jinsel says hi.
Oh, does she? Tell her she owes me double for this one. I lost touch with her hours ago.
She says you know a way out of here?
Well, sure. It's even easier when Central's down. Of course, I'm gonna need something from you.
What's with Pinocchio?
It's a disguise. Normally, by this stage, the Trojan is in control of its host motor functions. It makes a really clumsy mind state echo of the host and uses it to try to make a convincing flight to Greater Han.
He didn't look like he's in control in meat space.
Peace, spread, and work in the Greater Han Republic.
It's kind of a stalemate at the moment.
He's taken to bombarding you with propaganda instead?
It thinks it can wear me down.
Long life and prosperity to our beloved land of Greater Han.
So, why are you in a cell in Cell with a broken Trojan in your head?
I'm acting as a relay for pirated connections into Cell.
That sounds dangerous.
Pays good, though.
Money is the yoke of capitalism.
Thing is, it's been harder and harder to get into Cell HQ.
So you infected yourself with this?
They have to bring in someone with something like this. Even if they can't treat it, they can at least quarantine.
giving you an ideal spot to relay signals through your neural wiring.
Exactly.
Fine. What is it you want?
I need an edge to help me get rid of the chatterbox. For that, I need epinephrine. See if you can get them to bring any in.
And if they don't?
You look clever. You can probably find a way to make it.
Substance abuse is the curse of the working classes.
Why do you want this stuff?
The people here don't exactly know what they're doing. Cell's treatment might work, or I might walk out of here and straight to Greater Han. The epinephrine will give me enough of a boost to make sure it's me who wins the battle.
We must persevere in the great revolutionary struggle.
Plus, it's the kind of thing that most chemical synthesizers can make.
Wait, like a food machine?
Probably.
Don't go anywhere.
Ha, you're funny.
I don't think this can store it. I can't just upload it onto the machine. I can't make a connection with it. I need to get inside it to get to its memory. The fork won't fit in the seams around the edges. If I could find something more precise, though. Ugh, how much of this slop do I want in my pockets?
Hi there. How can I help?
Can I speak to you?
Sure. Just a second.
The guy in the bed? I know what's wrong with him. He's contracted a human resources Trojan.
How would you know this? Have you been trancing with him? Because then we might have to quarantine you as well.
No, I had a friend come down with it.
Okay, then. I can get something to help. Unfortunately, I can only try to stabilize him for now. We have to wait for a specialist before we can try anything stronger.
Hey, he needs epinephrine.
Are you a doctor?
No.
Well then, I'm sorry, but I can't take your advice on how to help him. Even Central wasn't sure before it went down.
Looks like it's full of medical stuff.
Hey, what are you doing to that drone?
I was just checking out the hardware. It's quite some gear you guys have.
I've done all I can for the moment. Let me know if he gets any worse, okay?
Wow, this is some really old hardware. It's going to need some upgrading if I want to make it produce anything complex. Looks like they cut costs by only giving the module a tiny lens. I'm going to need to find something bigger in order to produce anything more complex. I hope it understands its new orders. That isn't an upgrade it needs. That isn't an upgrade. That isn't an upgrade. As cool as it is, I don't think I can augment it any further. Unless it's a component, I don't think it wants anything in there. I can't just put it back. I haven't done anything. The optics aren't sensitive enough to construct molecules like that. That isn't an upgrade. I can't reach it from here. That isn't enough. That doesn't... Better not. I might... This might be useful. I've upgraded the optical component with the camera's superpowered lens. There. It should be a lot more sensitive with that now. Let's see what it can do now. It didn't sound like the machine enjoyed that. At least it managed to make me a cartridge of epinephrine. The cartridge is mounted in the ejector. Now let's see if he holds up his end of the bargain. Feeling better?
A whole lot, thanks. I managed to get rid of the knockoff. Give me a few hours, I'll be out of the wall and can help you leave.
I haven't got a few hours. What can you do now?
From here? Not much, but I could give you some options.
I need more than helpful suggestions.
I've got control of one of the utility drones. They use them for moving Kit around the building.
I might be able to escape if I was better equipped.
Atta girl. I've sent you the link to the drone. She'll be in your hub.
You sure you're going to be alright?
Yeah, now that Chatty Cathy's out of the way, I'll work on getting myself out of this sim next. You work on leaving Cell, and give Jinsel my regards.
It won't sit still long enough to get it open. Come on, shoo!
Warning, power contact lost.
That doesn't need surgery. I can't use it. As cool as it is, as cool. Prying it open with a fork won't help. It's powered down. Hacking it won't work. That doesn't need surgery. A utility drone. It probably carries things around the building. It's powered down. A stainless steel trash can. They probably go... I don't think I can fill that. That doesn't need surgery. I've already done enough. I don't think the machine takes that. That doesn't need... I can't use it. You want this? Huh. Guess he doesn't...
Hi there. How can I help?
Can I speak to you?
Sure. Just a second.
Sorry about messing up the room.
Charlie's not gonna be happy, but I've seen worse. At least it's not hard to clean, all this concrete.
Thanks for that.
Anytime. Just call if you need anything.
A utility drone. It probably carries things... This might be useful. I couldn't find anything else useful in there. Not unless I plan on taking the whole thing apart, and I haven't got time for that.
Dr. Lau, you have a visitor.
Oh! Good evening, Dr. Lau.
Hello? And you are...
Surely you recognize him.
I'm afraid you'll have to enlighten me.
This is Dr. Vargas, the Central Operations Coordinator.
Now, Galatea, there's no need to be quite like that. The fact that I am not widely recognized perhaps indicates how successful we are.
Yes, you're right, Father.
Vargas? Dr. Eduardo Vargas?
Quite so, Dr. Lau.
What brings you from the Fulcrum Tower, sir?
A most grave matter, I'm afraid. One I believe you specifically to be most suited to handle.
Shall I, Father?
Please do, Galatea.
Central, I believe the audio EM capture system in this room to be faulty. Please run a deep diagnostic on the system.
Certainly, Miss Vargas. Beginning scan.
We have perhaps 2 minutes until the diagnostic cycle is complete.
Dr. Lau, have you heard of a gentleman by the name of Baxter?
Dr. Adam Baxter, convicted murderer?
And a brilliant engineer in his time.
Yes, I've heard of him. My partner had a history with him. His parole hearing and eventual release really got to Dr. Regis.
Quite so. Poor Viksha. I don't think Charlie ever got over it. And unfortunately, it appears that he's taking things into his own hands.
You have a connection to Regis as well?
Quite so. He worked for me in a research team, as did Baxter in the same project.
And Viksha Regis?
Precisely. We lost half of the team in one fell swoop that day.
Dr. Lau, when did you last see Dr. Regis?
Last night, before Central went into siege mode. Why? What's happened?
This morning, Dr. Baxter was found dead in his workplace.
Oh, no. Oh, Charlie, no.
I share your concern, Dr. Lau.
Central believes Dr. Regis to be the most likely suspect. He would have known that Central would be unable to provide oversight during the siege.
And he had no shortage of motive, as I'm sure you'd agree.
You're the controller of Central Operations. Why would you need to cut the camera feed with a trick like that?
I apologize, but for the sake of city security...
Yeah, can't tell me. Classified, ultraviolet A, etc.
I'm glad you understand.
I might understand, but I'm not happy about it.
Noted, Dr. Lau.
It just doesn't sound like him, though. He had other outlets, like his garden.
I don't fully agree with Central's assessment either. That is why I'm activating you on this case.
You want me to investigate Baxter's murder with my partner as the prime suspect? Isn't that a pretty serious conflict of interest?
It is within my prerogative to select agents I feel appropriate for casework, if necessary. Using it to aid an old friend, a good man, like Charlie Regis, I think that's worthwhile.
Remember that your primary responsibilities are to the law and to this city.
I think I've heard enough.
That's good to hear. I'll have Galatea email the case data to you. If I can be of any further help, don't hesitate to drop by my office.
At the top of the Fulcrum Tower, make an appointment beforehand.
Diagnostic cycle of monitoring systems complete. No wetware or firmware anomalies detected. However, please ask Dr. Regis to stop obstructing the lens assembly.
I wish you luck with your work, Dr. Lau, for Regis's sake.
Ow! Hey, what was that? Wetware's not going to
got to wait till the AI lab have had their turn analyzing her. Then she's all mine.
No answer. Sorry, Regis. There's nothing in here.
A physical photograph. The team. February 2067. Regis is probably the only person I know who'd want his picture on paper. I guess defacing a digital one just isn't the same.